Okay, here are your quick notes for how to write a body paragraph. So, once you have your introduction and your thesis, you're pretty good to go. Your thesis is going to tell you what each of your body paragraphs is going to be about. Each of your 3 reasons that you gave becomes a different body paragraph, right? 3 reasons, 3 body paragraphs. That's why you have 3. Okay, so here are the parts that go into it. Number 1, you start with your claim. You guys know what this is. We worked on it a lot. Then you have your evidence. Same thing. You know what that is. We worked on it a lot. Evidence, of course, it's going to be textual evidence pulled directly from the story, the article, the text, whatever the case is. The part you might not be familiar with is the warrant. The warrant is where you explain how your evidence proves your claim. And you start with, as a rule, if blah, 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 then blah, 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 blah. Okay? This really isn't very different at all from an explanation sentence. In fact, if you do an explanation sentence, you'll probably still get a 3 when it comes time for the actual unit objective. But try to master it this way first, the as a rule, if, then. Okay? So it might not make sense just me explaining it, but looking at the example, I think it'll help a lot. Okay? So here's a student example. Claim. They said, if Devin wouldn't have been all about boxing, then he could have been there when his girl was giving birth to his child. Claim. Now she's got to prove this with some evidence from the text. So she goes on to say, the text says, in 1996, Cunningham's wife, Sheila, unintentionally tested her husband's devotion to the kids of Hyde Park when she went into labor on the same day as the Mayor's Cup boxing tournament. Finally, we're going to look at the warrant. Now here's how you do it. This ties it all together. Remember, you want it to be big and broad so it can fit any situation. I'm not going to mention Cunningham or Devin or anything, or even boxing. I'm going to make it even bigger. Okay? So as a rule, if you have to sacrifice your family for your dream, then it isn't worth it. Right? This is what I'm trying to prove overall, that the sacrifice isn't worth it. And I use my evidence with sacrificing your family to show that. Okay? Notice I don't say as a rule if boxing gets in the way of your family. I make it bigger and broader. I say if anything gets in the way of your family, then it's not worth it. Okay? So this is how you kind of explain, or more precisely, use a warrant to tie it all together. Okay? Thank you for watching. Hope that helped.